William Morrow and HarperAudio present The Maltese Iguana, a novel by Tim Dorsey, performed by Oliver Wyman. For my daughters, who saved my life. Prologue. The socialite was dragged into the street and attacked by an antisocial homeless man until another man in a giant bunny costume came to her rescue. The bunny threw a blistering combination of furry roundhouse punches until the vagrant relented and the police arrived. It made perfect sense. It was Easter time, and it was Miami Beach. The bunny had been hired by a semi-popular nightclub to stand outside with the bouncers and draw more customers. After the fracas, he returned to the lounge's front doors as if he weren't involved. Cell phone video of the fight began to go viral. This really happened. It was the 37th most unusual sight that evening in the city. Blocks away, the local news crews finished covering first responders who pulled a woman out of a manhole after she had thought it was a good idea to explore the sewer system and wondered aloud how she could possibly have gotten lost. The journalist raced over to interview the bunny.
How does it feel to be a hero?
I'm not a hero. I was just doing my job. The news crews abruptly broke away to cover an alligator trying to mate with an inflatable alligator flotation toy in a Coral Gables swimming pool. Serge turned off the local TV news and the cavalcade of off-center human endeavor.
How can you live anywhere else? You don't even need premium channels.
He turned to see his pal Coleman curled up on the couch of their condominium, alternating between shrieks and whimpers.
Coleman, what the heck's gotten into you?
Mushrooms.
Another piercing cry.
They're really strong. I'm having a massive freak-out.
What set this off?
I imagined there was a giant bunny rabbit on TV beating up this dude outside a nightclub.
No, that was reality,
said Serge.
Florida always skews your hallucinatory drug baseline.
A couple of nights later, the crowd outside the Miami Beach nightclub was the biggest in its history. People lined up down the block to get photos taken with the hero bunny. He posed patiently as the club's owners drew up new signs increasing the cover charge.
Mr. Bunny, look over here!
He did. A camera flashed. Next person, with a pen and paper.
How about an autograph?
The bunny held out his hands. The pause? Oh, right. And so on. It eventually became late, and the bunny agreed to a last few selfies. Then his shift was over. He walked through the club, receiving countless pats on the back, until he reached the rear door. He exited and headed toward his car parked in the alley. Next to it, several men were smoking and leaning against the rear fender of a silver Jaguar.
Hey! It's the famous bunny! You rock! We're your biggest fans!
The bunny kept walking.
Thanks, guys.
The bunny had just stuck his key in the driver's door. The guys from the Jag popped the trunk, fully lined with thick-gauge plastic. They seized the bunny and hustled toward the back of the Jag.
Hey, hey, hey!
Yelled the bunny.
Watch the fur!
They upended him, dumping him in the trunk and slamming the lid. The Jag sped off down the alley. Moments later, a Datsun entered the other end of the alley. It found a space. Another man in a large bunny costume got out of the driver's seat and entered the rear of the club, ready to begin the second shift. Part 1. The Island Life. Chapter 1. The Florida...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?